The Denver Broncos are proving they're not just a team to overlook this season, they're a team to watch. At 6-5, they're quietly positioning themselves as a sleeper in the AFC, and their latest 38-6 demolition of the Atlanta Falcons shows exactly why. This isn't just a lucky streak. It's a team hitting its stride, combining grit, strategy, and untapped potential to take on anyone in their path. The record might not scream dominance, but numbers don't capture the fight in this team. The Broncos are built differently, with one of the league's most disruptive defenses and an offense starting to find its rhythm. While other teams rely on flashy stats, Denver wins games with discipline and execution. Their ability to grind out tough matchups shows they're not here to make up numbers, they're here to compete. This team's rise isn't an accident. It's a product of a defense that refuses to back down and an offense led by Bo Nix, a young quarterback who's showing he belongs in this league. The Broncos don't rely on just one star. They rely on a system that keeps them in every game. That's why, no matter the opponent, Denver always feels like a threat. The Broncos are rewriting their story. One game at a time, they've gone from being overlooked to being one of the most intriguing teams in the league. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more NFL content. Let's aim for 350 likes on this video. The Denver Broncos defense isn't just good, it's elite, and it's been the backbone of this team's identity for years. From their Super Bowl winning season in 2016 to now, this defense has consistently delivered, and 2024 is no exception. They're not just stopping offenses, they're dominating them. With a front seven that terrorizes quarterbacks and a secondary that locks down receivers, this unit is one of the most complete in the league. At the heart of it all is Nik Bonitto, the team's breakout pass rusher with 7 sacks already this season. Alongside him, Jonathan Cooper has become a force with 6.5 sacks and a knack for creating turnovers. The depth doesn't stop there. John Franklin Myers and Zach Allen add relentless pressure, while DJ Jones anchors a run defense that refuses to give up ground. This isn't just a defense focused on one thing. They can beat you in multiple ways. The secondary is just as lethal. Patrick Surtain is making his case as the best cornerback in the league this season, shutting down star receivers week after week. Jaquan McMillian continues to thrive in the nickel role, and even the safety position, once a question mark, has been shored up with PJ Locke stepping up. This balance across all levels makes Denver's defense a nightmare to face. Bo Nix has brought new energy to the Denver Broncos, stepping into one of the NFL's most challenging roles with confidence and composure. Quarterback instability has haunted this franchise for years, but Nix is rewriting that narrative. His ability to lead the offense, even with limited resources, is turning heads across the league. He's not just managing games, he's making plays when it matters most. With Courtland Sutton as his only consistent wide receiver, Nix has managed to keep this offense alive. Sutton has been a dependable target, but it's the connection with rookie Troy Franklin, his former Oregon teammate, that's adding a spark. Franklin's familiarity with Nix is paying off, especially in clutch moments like third downs and red zone plays. What stands out about Nix is his adaptability. Despite the lack of star power around him, he's showing he can make the most out of every opportunity. He's brought stability to a team that's cycled through quarterbacks like Russell Wilson and Drew Lock in recent years. Nix isn't flashy, but he's efficient and gutsy, proving that he can make plays both with his arm and his legs when called upon. The Denver Broncos offensive line might not grab headlines, but they're the unsung heroes behind the team's recent success. In a league where protecting the quarterback is everything, this unit has stepped up in a big way, giving Bo Nix the time he needs to grow into his role. They've transformed what was once a glaring weakness into a reliable part of the team. Mike McGlinchey, despite battling a knee injury, has proven his value as a solid right tackle. On the interior, Quinn Miners holds down the right guard position with power and consistency, while Ben Powers brings stability on the left side. Garrett Bowles, manning the left tackle spot, continues to be a cornerstone of the line, shielding Nix's blind side with veteran expertise. Together, this group has quietly become one of the most dependable offensive lines in the AFC. The Denver Broncos running back group may not be the flashiest in the league, but they are quietly delivering consistent and meaningful contributions. In a system that thrives on balance, these backs have stepped up to keep defenses honest and take the pressure off Bo Nix. It's not just about big plays. It's about wearing down opponents and controlling the tempo. McLaughlin has emerged as a versatile weapon, adding speed and explosiveness to the mix. His knack for finding gaps in the defense has made him a valuable change of pace option. What makes this group special is their ability to complement each other. When the Broncos need to lean on the ground game, they do so effectively. Whether it's pounding the ball inside with Williams or stretching the field with McLaughlin, they've created a dynamic rushing attack that can adapt to different situations. Together, they've helped Denver maintain control in close games and capitalize on opportunities. The Denver Broncos have turned this season into a showcase of resilience, battling through one close game after another. These tight contests have not only tested their character but also proven their ability to rise to the occasion. While the scoreboard hasn't always favored them, their competitive edge has kept them in nearly every matchup, making them a team that no opponent can afford to overlook. Take their one-possession losses to the Seattle Seahawks and Pittsburgh Steelers as examples. These weren't blowouts. They were hard-fought battles where a single play could have swung the outcome. Even against powerhouse teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, the Broncos showed grit, blocking a critical field goal attempt in a game that could have gone their way with just a bit more offensive execution. These moments highlight the Broncos' ability to hang with the league's best. On the flip side, their dominant wins show a different side of this team. Against struggling squads like the Carolina Panthers and Atlanta Falcons, Denver didn't just win. They controlled the game from start to finish. These victories demonstrate their ability to capitalize on favorable matchups and execute their game plan with precision, a skill that separates good teams from average ones. The Denver Broncos are no longer flying under the radar. They're forcing the league to take notice. With a defense that can dominate any matchup, an offense finding its rhythm under Bo Nix, and a roster stacked with emerging talent, this team is poised to finish the season strong. Their 6-5 record doesn't tell the full story of their grit, growth, and ability to compete against top-tier opponents. As they head into the final stretch of the season, the question isn't whether the Broncos can compete, it's how far they can go. Looking ahead, the playoffs are within reach. The AFC is stacked with talented teams, but the Broncos have all the tools to make a serious push. Their defense gives them an edge in close games, while the offense continues to evolve week by week. Bo Nix is showing he can handle the pressure, and with the right support from his teammates, there's no reason this team can't surprise some of the league's heavyweights down the stretch. But what about the future? The Broncos are more than just a one-season story. With young stars like Troy Franklin, Nick Bonito, and Jaquan McMillian stepping up, they're building a foundation that could turn them into contenders for years to come. This isn't just about scraping by this season. It's about creating a culture of winning that can sustain success. If they keep developing their young core and addressing key areas in the offseason, the Broncos could be one of the most dangerous teams in the AFC for the foreseeable future. What do you think? Can the Broncos sneak into the playoffs this year? Is Bo Nix the long-term answer at quarterback? And which young player do you believe has the most potential to break out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the breakdown and subscribe for more NFL insights. See you in the next one.